I sensed trouble the second the waiter avoided everyone else and came straight toward me, gripping that bulky check holder like it carried a secret. The whole table went still. Forks hovered in midair. My sister's graduation sash shimmered under the cheap lights, and my mother's eyes, sharp, expectant, cutting, pressed against the side of my face. "Your family said you'd be handling this," the waiter murmured. In that moment, all the buried slights, all the quiet insults, all the years of being a dependable doormat rose in my chest like smoke. But I didn't flinch. I just smiled, small, calm, intentional. The kind of smile someone gives right before they strike the match they've been waiting to use. They thought they were springing a trap. They had no idea this was the moment I had planned for. There was a time I used to idolize them. Pathetic, really. I convinced myself that acceptance was something you could earn by shrinking, by staying useful, by taking care of everyone else. When I was little, my mother would pat my hair and call me the responsible one, which I now understand meant the one we can drain. My sister once adored me. She used to sneak into my room at night, whispering dreams of escaping our tiny town. We made promises under plastic glow-in-the-dark stars. We were close, until she decided her ambitions meant leaving me behind. The warning signs started small. A family dinner I wasn't included in. A group photo where I was absent and never told. A gift I helped buy but never got credit for. Then came the bigger cuts. My mother asking for just a little money every other week. My sister taking my car and returning it empty. They took, and I let them until the day everything shifted. They didn't know I was home when I heard them in the living room. She should be grateful she's even invited. My mother scoffed. She didn't even go to college, my sister said, amused. She'll pay, my father added. She always does. A pause. A shared certainty. Not a family, just a board meeting discussing their most convenient asset. Something inside me aligned in that moment. Not fury, not sadness. Clarity. I decided I was done. I didn't lash out. I didn't argue. I simply started preparing. First, I stopped handing over money. Slowly. Quietly. Second, I saved every receipt, every message, every transfer they took from me. Third, I changed my number so their calls dropped straight to nowhere. Fourth, I separated all the accounts they'd talked me into sharing for emergencies. And finally, I turned down every invitation except the one I needed to attend. The graduation dinner, my final act as a reliable puppet. When I arrived, the table was full. No seat left for me. My sister gave a guilty look that turned into a smirk. My mother didn't bother masking her disdain. "You didn't go to college," she said, motioning at the only open space, which wasn't really a seat, just a gap. "You don't really fit." It hurt for a heartbeat. Then it didn't. "I'll stand," I said. She thought that meant surrender. She had no idea what was coming. So when the $2,800 bill appeared and the waiter repeated, "Your family said you're covering this," every piece of my plan snapped perfectly into place. My mother leaned back, like a queen waiting for tribute. My sister twirled her hair, satisfied. My father stared at the table. I rose slowly, letting the chair scrape the floor. That sound felt like justice. "They're not my responsibility," I said calmly, "and that's not my bill." Confusion, then disbelief, then fury. My mother shot to her feet. "You can't just—" "I already did," I said as I slipped on my jacket. "And you might want to check the accounts, the cards, the loans. See what's actually still yours." The realization washed over them, sharp and cold. They knew what I meant. They knew I meant it. I didn't wait for their reaction. The waiter followed me out with apologies I didn't need. The outside air hit my face, cold, clean, freeing. I didn't turn back. Not once. For the first time in my life, I left the table feeling full of certainty, of peace, of myself. And the best part wasn't the bill they were stuck with. It was knowing they'd finally experienced what they'd made me feel for years. What it's like to sit at a table where you no longer belong.